Good evening, everyone. Welcome to tonight's study session. Today, we're going to look at the big blind, and we're going to work on our leading from the big blind strategies. Donking is what some people call it. So we're going to dive into some board textures and see what makes us want to lead a hand. So here we can see 8-6-2, not a hand that we want to lead, 98% check. So what flop do you think we're going to have the highest lead frequency on?
6-5-3.
3, 28%, pretty heavy. But I think we could get a little higher.
On the big blind.
So it was 28. Let's try 7-6-5. 44.
Yeah.
But I think we could still get it a little higher.
10, 7, 8, 9.
Let's try 7-8-9. See what it was. Nope. That starts to interact too much with the value portion of our opponent's range.
Right.
As well as we're now out of the part of the range where we have sets. So here's kind of a important thing is we want to be able to have at least some of these sets represented in our range.
What about 5, 6, 7? The flush draw.
4-5-6? We didn't do 4-5-6.
Not yet.
With the flush draw.
Okay, well.
No, we did that one.
Oh, we did that one.
Yeah, but with the flush draw, I'm just curious about. No. Oh, 6, 5. Okay.
There we go.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
What would happen when we change this to a flush draw board?
You're a little muffled, Pete.
Oh, sorry. Watch what happens when we change this to a flush draw board.
Yeah, I'm curious about that one.
So we'll go with 4 of diamonds.
4 of no. Oh, okay. Oh no. Okay.
It goes down a little bit.
He has more auto calls, right?
Exactly. So a couple of things to take away. We want to have rainbow boards are our best leading friends. And then the other thing is these connected boards are really high, but when we go with a 3, this 44% drops to 17%.
Wow.
And we'll change it the other way.
To 7.
3 of them.
I was thinking that he has 7-8, but he won't have 7-4, and we will.
Yeah. And so here,
but I guess we
23%.
fold 7-4 off. So yeah, I don't know.
So we can see that the triple connected boards are the highest frequency, and then the rainbow nature of the board also drives up our frequency. When there is the functional donut hole in our straight, it drives down our frequency. And then when there's a flush draw board, it also drives down our frequency. So change this board from a flush draw board to a rainbow board, and watch it go from 23, it'll crawl up a bit to 30. So, okay, so now we've kind of figured out, okay, the type of boards that we're looking to lead. Rainbow, triple connected, 8 high and lower. But what are we going to lead? So one thing that we can really see is that we really like to lead when we have a 7 in our hand. We also like to lead when we have a 9 or a 10 in our hand. Right? So these are the idea that we are leading hands that still have equity out of position. We're also leading all of these value hands at varying frequency, right? So we want to lead king 8 and queen 8 a lot. We want to lead 9-8 a lot. And we want to protect our range with some ace 8. We have all of our two pairs, 8-6, 6-5, 8-6, all leading at some frequency as well, but they're also checking to protect themselves. Sets of 5s and 6s get to lead here at some frequency, but also checking as well. So all of our value hands are going to mix checks and bets because they also have the ability to check raise and continue. And a lot of our straight interaction cards are going to have leads in this spot. But as you can see from that first hand, this kind of queen jack outlier did not find that from the hand that we had. So we're going to do a little bit of work on this type of low board texture, particularly looking at, are we going to lead hands, and then how are we going to play afterwards? So is our check raise on this board going to look like this type of frequency too?
One of the things, Peter,
Mhm.
I struggle sometimes is like when you lead out, it makes you kind of cap, right?
Nope, because you're leading all
Oh,
your sets as well. And remember, the more that you get to do something, the smaller that you get to do it, right? So we are betting 1/3
dude.
pot with all of our range here. There's no sizing up,
Hmm.
right? So, I mean, we're in here with 9-3 of hearts, right? That's a pretty terrible hand. But if your opponent
Right.
folds when you bet because you have 9-3 of hearts, that's a party.
So
Yeah,
Pete, when
but
we're
the
leading,
counter. Uh-huh.
when we're leading here, you like a third size pot bet when it's heads up?
Third size pots bet when it heads up.
Okay,
When you are multi-way, this is going to be much
drive it
less
down.
of a thing.
Yeah, okay.
So if you're
Counter
four,
to it is like if you lead out with sets, like what values you're gonna get? Like they're gonna fold like ace king sometimes, or like like uh what I mean? Is like they call, but you're gonna make them fold a lot, and you're not gonna be able to extract value more. Like you check, they bet probably 60-70%, you just call or even check raise.
sure, but that's also super strong as well. And then you're going to get one or two more chips, right? But the idea
Yeah.
here is that if you look at it, there's 3 combos of 5s and 3 combos of 6s, right? So that's
Right.
6 combos of sets that you're leading out of 193
93.
combos.
Yeah.
So if they're folding ace king every time, you're not getting value for 6 combos, but you're getting folds with ace king against 187 times that you're going to do this.
Yeah. But they're not folding ace king with for sure, right?
Well, but they might check ace king back, right? So you want to get value here.
Right.
So we'll take a look at this and we'll do some play work with it. So when we check, right, our opponent has this type of strategy. They're going to bet, they're going to check about 50% of the time, and they're going to bet about 50% of the time. And they're going to have some small bets, but they're going to have lots of big bets too.
Hmm.
So one of the things that this type of strategy does is it limits their ability to polarize their hand because we're in here with sets of 5s and 6s. And so now, right, they only get to fold 16% of hands, right? And so, they're in here calling with king 10, king jack, king queen, right? King 9. So they have to defend all of these hands. But you know what? Opponents just don't only fold 16% of hands. They're going to overfold here. They're going to struggle to call this much. And they are certainly not going to raise this much.
This raise size is not what I expected to see. Oh, yes, it is. 7.5. Alright, never mind.
Yeah, remember, we're only betting two.
I'm out of it today.
No problem. And again, what type of value, what type of hands are in here? So our opponent is also raising sets, raising ace eight and some of their best eights. They're going to have some bluffs with nines. And then there are over pairs that are going to try and raise for value. Right? And particularly their vulnerable ones, nines, tens, and jacks. Kings and aces aren't so vulnerable and don't need to raise as much. So, yeah, let's do a couple. We can come back to some theory work in a little bit too. So we give it a check and face a polarized bet. So what does it mean when an opponent uses a big sizing like this?
He's got it or he doesn't.
Excellent way to put it. He's towards the top of his value range or the bottom of his bluff range.
Jacks or Jack 10?
Jacks or like 53 of 53 of the diamonds, right?
Yeah.
Some real piece of cheese. It's Jack 7 of diamonds, Jack 8 of clubs.
It's the top of value range, but not the tippy top. Like it wouldn't be a set of sixes, for instance.
No.
Yeah, okay.
Not so much.
So yeah, jacks are like ace eight or something.
Maybe
like
on this board, it wouldn't be that crazy.
Set of deuces, maybe, right? He'd want to unblock things that we can call.
Right, okay, yeah.
So he's not going to do this with sets of aces and probably not sets of sixes, but sets of deuces might take this size. Right? So is this hand going to call? I mean, I was thinking of check raising this, but not against this size.
Well, I think flat's in order.
Yeah, I think we got
I'm folding.
Whoa. Oh, just too much.
Yeah, it's too
very
much
close.
for a gut shot.
We need
I'm
to hit a
curious if he
perfect
can hit
card.
that with
Hey, we have a
suited
pair draw.
ace.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, perfect card, like 7, 9, 10 are all good continues.
Yeah. I was thinking he does it with ace 5, ace 4 also.
Two overs and a gutter, not quite strong enough. So there is some mixing here, but now you really want to have a spade in your hand to continue. Right? So.
Can we look at his range?
Sure. What part of his range is going this size? Size about 11% of his range, but like there's lots of big bets here. 35% of his range is going big, right? So again, because this board is favorable for us, right? It's big bet or check is his strategy.
He's betting the exact same hand with some frequency. Of course, we block those combos.
Yeah.
Can we look at ace 3? He does it with ace 3 of diamond, right? For example.
Sure. He's got ace 3 of diamonds, clubs, and spades.
Well, a spades is good, but okay.
Yeah. So spades is value and diamonds and clubs is the bluff.
Yeah.
Queen 10. Bluffed us out with a better hand. Okay. All right. Ace king. Everyone wants to go all in, right?
3 bet.
No, 3, yeah.
Or all in. Either one of them.
3 bet. Against the button, we get some jams, but once we start getting to the cutoff, and this is why I chose the cutoff, the jam component isn't really a big part of what we have here. So 3-bet pot, but it's a low connected board. Possible flopped straight, but shouldn't be very much in our opponent's continuation range here. We're gonna have a little 6-7.
I mean, I guess we
25 or
could donk here.
50.
I don't know if this is the part of our
No, this
range
is a
that
3-bet.
wants to.
Mhm.
Oh
Okay.
wait, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, it's a
I told you
3-bet.
I'm out of it.
Yeah, you're out of it.
Yeah, like I said, we bet here.
Yeah, there's just no checking back. 3-bet board.
This is just a 3-bet C-bet.
Now, on the queen with the ace of spades, do we want to double barrel or do we want to check?
Hmm. I
He doesn't have a lot of queens with continues, right?
I hate ace king.
He is
So
not going to be loading too many queens. He's going to have a few.
yeah, you might have a couple, but I mean, I yeah, I could bet 7.5 here.
I
Just continue
I
the story.
think
It's
I
nice that we have
bet.
the ace of spades.
I think I bet, yeah,
Okay,
Even smaller.
even
Wow.
smaller. Okay.
small.
But yeah, you're all right. Definitely continuing the story is the primary motivation here. Uh-oh. Is the jig up?
Well, I don't think the jig's up, but now it's kind of marginal made. Like, is it? I don't know if this is too weak, but now my instinct's to check call.
Maybe it's not good having ace of spades because we're blocking his busted flush draws.
Yeah.
But he continued on the flop.
Check
You
fold.
think he? Yeah.
I agree with Danny.
Check fold.
Pretty high EV for checking here, so.
Yeah. Well, I feel it's definitely a check. It's just duh.
Alright.
Suckers.
Oh,
Oh,
gross.
there is calling.
It's yeah.
Negative
It's
though.
in mine. Yeah, negative. Oh yeah.
Okay. Nice.
Wow. He called pre-flop 3-bet, flop turn. Oh.
Good job, Danny.
Does
Good
a
job.
lot of our turn take that sizing? A lot of our range on the turn, I mean.
Let's take a
No, probably just this one.
Tens and jacks, maybe.
You
look.
are yeah, here. No, you passed it. Oh no, not there. You're right there.
So our sizing is primarily this.
Hmm.
We have a lot of
It's a lot of
25,
all of it.
Actually,
50.
28% three.
It just doesn't check. Right? Stuff we want to check back. Some ace king, some aces. Jacks now check back, which makes sense. Tens. This type of draw stuff. We want we. I think we really want our
Ace queen
opponent to be
sending it.
folding these.
Yes, queen is like
Yeah, sorry, go ahead, Pete.
Yeah, like you can see the stuff that we're checking back at high frequency is probably what we want our opponent to hold. So we want to check back when we have a 7 in our hand, and these king jack, king 10, king 9, ace jack, ace 10, right? 10 8. All of this type of stuff wants to check back now a lot. So pretty good stuff. All right.
I think this gets to shove at a certain frequency.
Okay. Yeah, I can get behind that.
this one 3-bet, I think.
Is it tens and jacks or nines and tens?
Yeah, I think it's
Could
like
be
sevens to tens, get some shoves.
Could have some shoves.
Uh,
All right. 3-bet pot paired board. Nines vulnerable.
Can we bet
Well,
really
yeah,
big
I think
here?
I like what Danny said before about like it's a size up, like it's jacks, so maybe this is one of those hands too. Like when the cutoff did this to us, continued with 5. Yeah, or even 75%. But I don't know if it's the exact same situation because now we're out of position. But I'm wanting to go larger because
Don't we check a lot?
we 3-bet, right?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
3-bet here.
I'm just thinking 3-bet, C-bet, but
Also, this board has got the quality of missing him more because it's paired low. The only three he has is a ace three suited, so that threes miss him a lot. So I think we
He still has
do bet at a higher
traps.
frequency.
I'm not checking this.
So there's some competing ideas here. So nines of like, you know, are very vulnerable. You know, when our opponent swapped an 8 here, like any overcard is bad for us, and it's going to be hard for us to bet turns and river, which makes us want to size up. The paired boards generally drive down the sizing.
Even when it's threes though, something so
But
low.
less so, because it's not a big part of our opponent's range, but it's still way ahead or way behind type of thing.
Alright,
I think it is going to drive down the bet sizing, although my instinct to bet here, I think I'm probably going to settle at 50%.
Yeah, I think that's good sizing.
I am with you, yeah.
Yeah, the vulnerability of our hand wants to take this size,
No
but
check.
it's also going to be hard for us to get value from our opponent when we start taking this size on a rainbow board.
Right. But we've got
This-
no checks because of what you said with overcards. Like 10 through ace is all bad on the turn for us.
Yeah, and then that's these specific nines.
Yeah.
There are going to be some hands that check, but these nines are just never going to check.
Yeah.
Oh, he has ace three.
Well, I'll pay to see it then.
I'm calling, even I'm
he's got
calling.
good combos.
Yeah.
It's
It's
still
a-
He has
snapping.
queens. He has queens.
Or he has tens.
Got 10-8, 7-8,
Mm,
It's me. I have queens. Oh,
big
of
8.
Now we pay him.
Yeah.
He pays us.
Well,
All right. 54.
actually,
This is defend.
I fold.
Well, I mean, you getting
call.
getting 5 to
Mm,
1 almost.
thought,
call that. That's
Little
all.
snug, little snug, but bottom
We're
of
very
range.
connected.
But I have a
Oh,
feeling it's going to be a low
See,
board
this is
today.
this is trouble now.
But
No, this is great.
this is
Yeah,
check raise to
you-
come. This is what this is.
Look at
Let's
this.
go.
This is trouble.
We're gonna get some
Okay.
check raises here.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Don't we do it more with a spade?
Check back.
So it goes check, check.
I bet
The
big here.
nine changes things. He'll check a decent amount of 9x.
But we also have a lot of 9x here too.
Yeah, but he's more condensed around it. I
Yep.
think, after check, check. I wanna B
I am
60,
83%.
B
505.
55. I don't know, maybe we should go smaller. Maybe we should go bigger. We don't have a spade.
I'd construct a two-street bluff here, depending on river, so I'd go like a B33 or B55, and depending on river, I'd then polarize.
What about, is anyone using the 1.2 size?
Sure.
1.2 is not as bad because like I don't know how many folds we get to 1.2. Like he'll have to have some really specific holdings, but if he check raises, it's not as disastrous. Like if we bet 55 or even 83% and we get check raised, well now it's, I mean, do we go with it? But
Yeah.
Well, I changed my mind. I thought 505, but actually now I am with 1 point because I think 6 is not great anymore. If it no.
If we bet like 5 and he raises, it's kinda tough to call. But if we
Right.
bet
Exactly,
small and
yeah,
get
yeah.
raised, then
But if we go
It's
1.2
okay still.
and if he go 1.2 and he raises, then it's not that bad.
I'm
right,
thinking
then he'll make it
it's-
like 7, you click call.
I think we're going to have some checks. I think we're going to have some 1.2s. And I think we're going to have some pot bombs.
That seems like
I'm
suicide.
here
but
for
okay.
Nah, yeah.
No
Okay.
pot bombs.
Okay.
We're just getting out of
No
line.
bombs.
Just-
Best
Yeah, the
that's fine.
9, I think the 9's quite bad.
Yeah.
It's interesting that the big bet has a higher EV, but it's not offered as an option.
Hmm.
So
But like 0.1, 0.01, like, it's very close.
Game
Yeah.
of edges, my friend.
Yeah.
here you're going to here you're just gonna generate a lot of folds, and like every hand that folds is a hand that beats you here, right? So that's kind of why this one is good. This
Your
one,
beat, you still have drawn to the nuts.
yeah, this one is the option though. Like, think how hard it's going to be for him to defend. He's gonna have to defend every ace, every king, every hand with a spade, right? Like, he's just gonna have to defend so wide here, right? So we take this line and we face the raise. As predicted, do we continue against this raise?
So what, our pot odds are like
Yes.
26%.
Yeah, we do.
So I think we
No,
have
they're
enough
better than that.
behind. I think we have the implied odds to call, but I think, a gentleman made before a very good point in that the, 6 is a dirty out.
Yeah.
Okay.
6 is not great.
Six of spades
So,
is
but I
dirty
think
out.
we
That's
got, I
especially
think we
6
have
of a spade.
enough implied odds to call.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's
it's
still
a
gonna
call.
Easy call.
even click
Look at
that.
the
Yeah,
raise.
even raise. Yeah, somebody wrote click in the chat too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Click is sweet.
Oh, click is crazy.
It is
Well,
spicy.
you need to know your opponent to click.
Now we're gonna check fold easy.
7.
No, what are you talking about? We just got there in our heads.
We just got there.
Why
So
would we
Fake
I-
straight.
fold? You wanna check fold? Why are we even playing this game?
Viv
I
wants
don't
to
know
put that
why.
five of
No,
hearts
I
to work.
probably
we-
folded
we
on the
can't,
turn
Viv,
directly
yeah.
though
Yeah.
because I suck at poker. We check fold. Okay, fine.
oh, so Viv, you're all
All in?
standing there with the hammer ready to go, and then you say fold?
What river could we do it on?
Uh well, I can't imagine the river we're gonna use turn this
Maybe a
into
5. I think a 5 we could go a little crazy.
Like the five of diamonds, five
Yeah,
of clubs. Like
yeah. Offsuit 5.
yeah, something that blocks the sets on the river, so fives or fours, which would be maybe a reasonable hand that we get here with. So
and then he
let's
turns over ace four of spades like a super genius.
ace four of spades.
Cause on a 5, 6, 7 gets there, which is also a big part of what we can have. We make
Facing
some
this
2
bet.
pair.
Two pair, two pair, two pair. Straight. Pretty linear. What is a bluff here? This is all just very linear. I
10,
guess
8,
two pair is your bluff.
the 10, 8 and
10-8.
jack 8.
Okay, there you go. 10-8, jack 8, your lowest DB bluffs. Spicy. Set of eights.
So does both those hands represent the nuts basically? Like, yeah.
Triple board.
Yeah, and they block some of the 2 pairs or sets we could be against.
Right.
You keep getting a little muffled here and there, Peter.
Oh yeah, we got 3 8s. Let's freaking go. There's 3 8s on the board. I think we have to call one with the king high.
Easy fold. No, you call 2 overs. Ace high, maybe some ace highs, and then the rest, it's all gonna be like 2 overs.
So king nine in there for Danny.
I
We're
think I'm
just gonna let
folding.
him
Yeah,
bluff
fold.
with the
We're
jack
just gonna let
9.
him bluff us up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh
You-
my
sure.
gosh.
You need 2 overs. It's just, it's how it works.
Let's take up
Well,
the
I guess any pair beats us anyway.
And a
so
pair,
the
yeah.
board is over.
Yeah. So all the 2 overs pretty much. There's a little bit of folding with some of these offsuit combos here. And then a little bit of calling with like the 7s and your best 6s and stuff too.
Interesting is,
Oh, these are bluffing though.
I'm
Hmm.
I'm surprised that we're, not slow playing our quads pure.
No, just
Oh,
click them.
I guess we're defending the king three, like the suited ones, but then the offsuit one we're folding. Okay.
Yep.
Guess we have to have some strategy besides this guy is full of shit, calling everything.
Yeah, and it's all the ones with the backdoor flush, right? So the king three of clubs, you can just let go of here, right? It's fine. It kind of falls in the category of the offsuit
What
kings.
use is the backdoor flush if any pair is already a boat? Like we're still defending on suits.
Because you're still gonna cooler like ace high and stuff like that when you make the flush,
Okay.
right? You're not looking to win 40 big blinds with a flush on a triple eight board, but you can defend and get 15 bigs. All right. How frequently are you three betting pocket sevens?
I think
None.
this is also some all in, isn't it?
think you get some, I think you mix, shoves and three bets.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Oh
No
no.
shoves. You're gonna be nines, tens, jacks is gonna be this type of range that wants to shove. Right. So we take a look at the range construction.
Some
Do you guys do
eights.
this? I never three bet
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. Eights, nines, tens, jacks is a little too frisky.
I think it depends on
Mhm.
the player, like,
Yeah,
if I know a little
depending
bit
on
about
the
the player
player.
and I know that he's folding at a high frequency three bets, then I'll three bet this.
Could Pete or someone explain
Hmm.
the rationale to not flatting? Because when you three bet and you get four bet, you have to fold this hand.
Mhm.
But with a pair,
I think we're calling it off.
sorry.
Well, I'm right, aren't we calling it off?
I
Maybe
think
not
I think
seven.
it's probably at the
Depends
bottom of our
again,
call
I
off range.
think.
I don't think we're three betting a pair to fold.
Like that thought, Danny. So we raise our opponent. So this kind of relies on our opponent
Yeah, the four bet is all in.
flatting with aces and kings,
Okay.
right? If your opponent is four betting aces and kings, this play becomes worse and worse,
Yeah, good
right?
point.
So
Okay.
you're just gonna run a pair against king jack, queen jack, ace king, ace queen, ace jack, ace four, ace three, ace two, ace king, right? And you're gonna be behind queens, jacks, and tens, and you're going to be ahead of pocket fours and pushing the other pocket sevens, right? So it's not going to be a great spot. But if your opponent four bets these, it's much worse. And if your opponent doesn't find some
Especially,
bluffs with these,
yeah,
it's
exactly.
much worse.
If they both four bet aces and don't four bet ace three. Gets
Yeah.
rough.
Well, and that's why I like if I were to three bet sevens and get four bet, I would almost certainly fold. But
Yep.
well, but that's not GTO. So
It's okay. It's part of
If he
part of the game.
shoves,
If you're playing against me and you fold this stuff, you're a sucker. Because I'm in here mixing it up with queen eight off.
right.
Right? So, but yeah, it is one of those tough spots. But like seven's just kind of going to be the middle of equity, anyways.
So not to go down this rabbit hole, like I don't want you to reconstruct
Mhm.
ranges or anything, but if they're not four betting king jack off and they are four betting aces and kings, in that case, does flatting sevens in the big blind become more correct?
Yes and no, because what it's going to change is instead of being a call off, it's going to want to fold.
Okay.
Right? So you're still going to be able to profitably exploit them because they're going to overfold against your seven with
Oh.
lots of hands that have good equity against sevens. Because sevens are going to have equity realization problems, which is why like you see threes and twos shoving here, right?
Okay.
But like sevens can get a board like 8-5 through 8-5-2, and they're going to play just fine, right? But if threes and twos face a board that's not this type of board, they're really going to struggle to get to the showdown out of position against an opponent.
Yeah. Okay.
Right? So that's why they have shoves in here with these ones, right?
It might shift from almost pure raise to being mixing raise call, right?
Yeah,
To
yeah,
a
it's
single
never gonna
raise,
lose
yeah,
a
that was
component
my
of its
question,
range.
Danny, yeah, exactly, okay.
Or
And
more
part of it
calling.
too is you also do want some board coverage or whatever, so that your three bets cover all the different possible board runouts. So in case the board comes 3-3x, you do have a little ace 3 in here. So a 3-bet pot, we get an 8 high board. We have a spade and a heart.
I think this
Uh,
board's a little bit better for 3-bet calling range.
Yep.
So we've got a bluff at this point. And but we have backdoor equity. I wonder if we have some checks here.
Wouldn't surprise me to see some.
Bet small.
Bet
Our
a
hand's
small.
pseudo vulnerable to the top end of the deck, though.
You wanna
It's-
bet big? We could bet 50 too, maybe. I think 25 might be better.
I was thinking 25 just because our hand's not as vulnerable as the nines, like, because we have a spade in our hand.
Well, our hand is beat
I'm with
by when
25.
he flopped an 8 here, though, right? So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna have a lot of small bets.
Okay.
Some
well,
medium bets,
50.
okay?
Yeah.
Right? The idea of cash out our equity, because even though like sometimes our opponents flopped an 8, we do want to put a lot of pressure on all the overcards. We have a spade.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Dang it.
Actually, I think that card's better for us, right?
It is. For our range, it's bad for our hand. But the other thing is, our opponent is never folding the ace of spades on that flop,
Yeah.
right?
He's
Do we
never
hit him with
folding
3?
any over two, like ace jack, ace 10. He's not folding those. King jack, he's not folding, I think.
Yeah, ace 3, ace 4, he's never folding. Yeah.
Yeah.
Micro double dribbler.
Kind of block-ish.
This is good. I think we're just hoping to get the showdown here now.
Yeah, now it's just check.
You blocking
3.
here? I'm blocking.
7 of spades. So do
Wow.
you get better to fold?
76.
Is he gonna fold an 8 when you bet 3 chips?
He'll call king 5 of clubs.
Oh, so you're thinking this is a value size.
That is like laser targeting system right there.
He'll
Hmm.
call, no, it's too thin, right? It's gotta,
Yeah.
I don't
It's
know.
also like the straight came in on both sides, the 67 and the naked 3.
Yeah.
So, but I mean,
What if we go the other route and actually turn it into a bluff? And go
Check
all in?
raise.
then you're looking at check jam.
Do we need to go all in?
Oh, or all
Yeah.
in.
Stack spot ratio is 1, right? Like you check and he bets, it's gonna be check jam.
No, I'm saying just all in right now.
Just jam now.
But,
The
I think it's
story
just a
is so
check.
weird, though. I guess the story we're telling with that specific line
Yeah.
is that like we flopped a set of 8s and we're trying to induce an ace to bet or something like that, and he didn't, and then so okay, well, now we'll just blow our brains out and shove it all in. Hopefully we get called by an ace, but I don't know.
And I think that
Yeah, it is
the
pretty
check
weird.
jam line here is what we're gonna do with sometimes when we have a flush, right?
Yeah.
We have some check jams. Because the straight has to call.
Ugh,
We just get cooler by the turned ace.
Well,
he called the back door.
now I'm wondering if we jammed if we get ace 6 to fold, but that's yeah.
If
He
we bet
actually-
half
he-
pot, would he fold flop? I think so.
Hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
He defended the back
what
door.
size does he take? Yeah, like he's only betting 60% pot or all in himself. We're not gonna check jam much. And our range. We don't have a lot of this, right? We're betting small a lot. But what combos do we want to do it with? Jack 7. So busted straight draw, busted combo draw.
Hmm.
Queen Jack,
Oh, Queen Jack just seems like suicide.
yeah. So Queen Jack just jams it in. So against that jam, our opponent is never folding an ace and is mixing with their eights. Don't want to have like the straight blockers here.
Hmm.
Yeah. So, okay. All right. Queen 6 off. Is this a hand that you're going to call?
I think yes, but I think we folded it versus the hijack and the low jack. Like I kept getting this spot today and I need to know the answer. I'm pretty sure we call it versus the cutoff.
Okay.
Wait, yeah, I don't
We
think
have a
it's if it is a
6.
3-bet.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, only 6.5% of the time. I'm like, what?
A little bit
Uh,
better queens. Queen 8, Queen 9.
Queen 8, yeah.
All right,
Oh.
so here is the donut hole. 875, we got the 6.
Don't know.
Donk
We got
City?
the donut hole.
I mean, actually, I think that you actually are supposed to donk quite often on this one.
Yep, we got the donut hole. It wants to donk a lot. You don't have to donk all the time, but I do like this particular combo with the
Yeah,
overcard
exactly.
king or queen. Oh, that card is good for our range.
Just go small again, right?
I think you
33?
polarize.
Yeah, I'm not going as small.
33.
You'd be 83.
We don't have a heart. I don't wanna go too big.
Yeah. I would be inclined to go bigger with a heart here. Blocking more continues. He's just gonna
He
have a
has
lot
a
of
lot
auto.
of one street floats that just fold now on a 5.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't think we have to size up.
Half
Yeah.
On the
pot, I
river, we
think.
size up if we wanna bluff, probably.
Yeah,
Mm,
I like this.
half pot.
What is this?
Half
Wow.
pot, okay.
Half pot.
In betweener.
Yep. Take the slightly more aggressive line with the half potter. Well,
I think we
it's
give
a
up.
story.
Everything's there. It's so bad. But watch, I'm gonna be
Well,
wrong.
and also it's very hard to get ace high to fold.
What, can we make a flush fold? I don't, flush is in a weird spot.
You think ace high
Yeah.
calls because we do bet that bet. If we
I
bet
think
that.
this gives up at a high frequency. We did polarize a bit on turn.
All in? If we, would all in make a flush fold?
Yeah,
Yeah. That
I
would
mean,
work.
in solver, not pure, but against humans, yes.
I think I'm just trying to make marginal made hands fold here with 2 chips.
I'm
Not
18.5.
having a card here is so bad. Having a
In
6 here is
game,
bad.
I'm gonna play check and surrender.
It is a check. Ace 6 out.
Oh, no. The Peter bet would have worked. Imagine you
Yeah.
bet 10% and he folds.
All right. E4, very
Call
standard
it.
call. Holy moly.
Oh,
We have the super nuts.
So yeah,
I-
we don't ever donk on this board, so.
Yeah. Yeah, our board has a little donk, but I'm just gonna check here. Right, we have this wrapped up in a bow for Christmas. I mean,
So that card doesn't really benefit him. And I don't think there's much reason to bet here. I think we really want him to have
We're
something
gonna
that
bet
gets there.
1 and he's
So
gonna,
I think we can continue to check.
I think sometimes you can bet one big blind.
Yeah,
I'm team 1, I think.
well, we're gonna have a lot of bluffs that size up on this turn, right? Like that we check, and now we get here and we have queen 10. We're gonna have some 55s, I think. Yeah, a little bit of 55, a little bit of 33. So we're gonna have tons of bluffs on this board just because the texture is good for us. It's gonna disguise a bit of our value, but we could go for the double. Oh, we get the polarized bet.
We got the gift.
We got the gift.
Just gotta call and try and induce the river, right?
Yeah,
We're all on our knees praying for the 6 of hearts to come.
Or the 2 of
Come on, 6
spades.
of hearts.
The 9 of hearts, the 9 of hearts.
Hallelujah!
That's good. That's good.
I can't
Yeah.
believe he's got 7, 9 of spades or 7, 8, 7 of
He
spades.
has a 6.
So
Oh,
spades. Yeah, I got off the hook. Yeah,
Oh, we got the max.
yeah, yeah.
Fish off the line, fish off the line. All right. King 3. Oh, gotta be getting close to the bottom of range, right? Get in there. He's with king deuce. All right,
what's
8
up
8.
with the 8?
Saw a little bit. Is this a hand that benefits from betting 2 chips here?
I think we donk more if it was
Yes.
rainbow. I think that 2-turn we don't donk as much, but I still think we'll have one.
Good
Exactly.
call.
Want that rainbow nature to come through. Wow.
We get some better king highs to fold. So we
I think
Probably
we can
beat you.
construct a 2-street bluff here.
I am lost in these spots,
1.2.
sort of. I am gonna check and fold.
I am
Three?
checking.
Yeah, I'd like 1.2. That sounds good.
Okay.
Oh,
Check.
Give
Yeah.
up.
I wonder if our king has functional showdown.
We lost you again, Peter.
Okay, you're pretty muffled.
Sorry. I wonder if our king has functional showdown.
Yeah, good question.
We
We'll
need
find
help
out if we
because
call
we
this
have a
bet,
three,
right?
Like we lose to the ocean.
We can call and find out.
So the pot odds are ridiculous here. I wouldn't be surprised if we call a certain frequency.
Anyone
And
thinking of
I think
anyone thinking of turning our worst king into a bluff?
I love it.
Okay,
I don't.
Let's
Oh,
go.
Raise a sum. Holy cow, that's spicy.
that's a spicy.
Well, as Ryan said, we get better kings to fold.
Yeah. But better aces. Yeah. See, no trouble.
Wow, that is our ticket to bluff.
Yeah.
But also we're kind of unblocking like everything we want him to have.
Yeah, I mean,
we
Let's
shot our
let's
shot.
punt.
So we did our bluff
now we're done.
and it failed. Oh, look at that. We keep
No,
going.
even bets like
Uh,
30%.
the flush doesn't matter for the hand that we're representing. Like we're
Yeah,
representing
we
it
represent 6.
for
Yeah.
pocket fours.
He's gonna call. Oh, we didn't.
Folds off
Oh,
jack.
okay, well,
Listen,
Oh, we
man,
had the
you always
best
gotta
hand.
follow through.
All right, king 4. We saw this is just gonna crawl.
Wow. In the last hand, he called Jack 10. Which one of y'all called Jack 10 to check, like to bet and check
there's
raise?
another 8 high board.
Oh, wow. Yeah, another 8 high board.
Yeah, it's interesting. He must have some, I mean, he has the good pair draw, right? But he must have some plans to bluff.
Yeah, Jack 10. I mean, I'm not
Yeah, so we
calling.
fold to this over bet. We have nothing
Yeah.
going on here.
Yeah, we're out of there.
Big 9 off. Everyone counting that king 9 off over bet. Like he has pocket 9s. Ace 5. How frequently are you getting out of line with ace 5 here?
Yep,
I don't think this is a 3-bet.
Sometimes.
it is.
Sometimes.
This is it.
30, actually,
20%
kind of
maybe?
Yeah, you're right. You guys are right. It's a 3-bet sometimes. I was
30%,
thinking seated variety.
Okay.
20, 25,
Okay.
yeah.
You just got to sprinkle a little bit of all these offsuit aces in there.
More if we're suited, yeah.
The suited ones are just going to call,
Oh, they're always gonna call.
right? So when we take a look at the range construction, the hands that are value are going to be the top corner, and then the bluffs are going to come from these blockers here. Where are we? Yeah, big blind call. So this is our value component up here, ace jack plus, and these are all the bluffs. King 9, queen 9, jack 9, and all these raggy little aces. Blocking two components, the attacking the bottom of the opener's range with offsuit 9s and 10s, and blocking their best value by holding an ace in your hand. But in this simple 2-bet pot, 8, 5, 3, flop the 5. Is this a donk? And if so, how frequently?
We're kind of marginal made, right? So not
Never.
that frequently.
I don't think we donk much on this board
No donk
because it's
zone.
two-toned and there's not an obvious draw.
There we go.
There's not
Great
a straight
analysis.
available. Well, yeah.
Too disconnected.
All right.
Hmm.
The house, flush is in the house.
I think we've got a
Check.
marginal medium that checks a lot.
A little bit of micro betting.
Oh,
Yeah.
little protection action.
Check.
Yeah.
One liner flushes in.
Just got a bluff catcher now.
It's even tougher though, because like we block ace high here, right? So he has less ace high, so he's got more threes.
Yeah.
He's got a bunch of 3s and 8s here, so it's pretty marginal.
Whoa.
Finds this, goes for thin value. Look at that, 3 chips.
It's
You're not-
pocket
not-
fours every time.
Well, he gets here with a bunch of 3s. Oh,
Oh.
He's
mean-
bluff raising us with pocket fours every time.
we don't have a spade. It's time to go home.
Show me, show me.
Show you 10-9.
Yeah, 9.
Oh,
Look at go for value on that.
that's a little,
Yeah.
getting a little greedy there, bud.
Right?
We're gonna set a trap.
I like it.
All right, Queen 8. Everyone is 3-betting this, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's
People
just
said
you,
because-
Peter.
All right, let's
Tag
get it.
team special. I actually wait. Are we supposed to three? I don't think we're supposed to 3-bet. We're supposed to 3-bet like king 6.
Queen 8, Jack 8. They love it. All right, we didn't 3-bet, but we do get here on an 8-3-2.
I don't want to check raise.
That's a good plan. All right. Number down, some 5, some 7.
7.5. Oh,
7 sounds good to me.
Viv, how much you going here?
I usually I usually go small, but it's possible you're supposed to go bigger on a rainbow board. I mean, calling makes sense when we're 40 effective. No, it's 7.55. Yeah, I guess because it's rainbow, we want to go bigger.
The other
And I
thing,
guess we're not check raising as often.
our top pair is also vulnerable to him flatting over cards. So it
Yeah, that makes
drives
sense.
the size a little bit here. So we have a little bit less check raising this size and a little bit more check raising this size.
Yeah, the board's pretty like dry and contested, I guess. Dynamic-ish.
Rainbow turn, safeguard. Are we
Hmm.
gonna go 11, 17, or 30?
We can't down bet a little bit, like bet 7.
So for the same
11.
reason that we wanted to size up on the flop.
Yeah.
I don't think we're gonna have a lot of this because there's gonna be a lot of rivers that are gonna be hard for us to bet.
Okay.
right? Like now that there's the 7-8, a 9, a 10, and a jack are going to be hard for us to bet. And because there's the 2-3, he's still here with some like ace-4 and ace-5, stuff like that. So an ace is going to be hard for us to bet too.
We're not value owning ourselves by kind of bloating a pot with a marginal hand here.
11
Well,
is Geo.
yeah.
Our hand's not marginal though, it's like, I mean, yes, he has overpairs. But on this
They're
board,
makers.
it's about as good as it gets.
The
Okay.
overpairs would have, I don't know. I think I'm 7 or 11.
Hey,
Right.
pick up 11 or 17. So we'll take the middle road.
Oh,
Just we're
17.
17.
Oh, wow. Max
Max.
pile.
Well, it's the same thing. Like we're just gonna have a hard time betting the river here. So it wants to
Yeah.
get the chips in while it's good.
It's interesting though, because I
Mega
think
front
17
load.
pot commits us.
For sure.
Regardless of
Yeah.
whatever.
But that also
Yeah.
sends a message to him too, right? Like he no longer is gonna get pot odds to call with a straight or a flush, which there isn't. So
Yeah.
he's only gonna be able to battle with value hands here, which is gonna be very hard for him to continue, which is gonna make our bluffs very effective here. Right? So
I
say we have
guess,
5-6 of hearts. We're gonna also use this type of size.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do we have any hands that bluff this size and fold? Like 6-4 maybe? Do we just not choose this with those? Yeah, we choose the smaller size with 6-4.
6-5.
Right?
Hmm.
Yeah, there's lots of stuff that's betting this size, right? So we're really well protected here.
Like
Queen
9, Jack
5.
9. Holy.
Stuff
Hmm.
it in. 4-3, 10-9.
Wait, what do you even do? So if you bet 17 and he jams and you're sitting there with queen 9, are you priced in with 2 overs?
Let's take a peek.
You
No.
fold
No.
queen 6 for sure?
We're betting
17.
Where's queen 9?
It's
Wait,
our
queen 9 wasn't doing it, was it?
is going all in with 40% of range.
We lost you again.
With third pair, second pair, top pair, over pair, two pair, and
You're underwater, Peter.
that's one.
Pete, sounds like you're away from the mic.
Sorry. I will work on that for next week. That is not a few times that's happened. And yeah. Eights are just going for it. They're still pretty good against his range.
And the gut shots have to call too, because we kind of commit ourselves.
Yeah.
9,
50.
10.
Yeah.
And the week 7x.
7 with
Look
a
at
gutter.
Yeah.
Jack 10 calls.
5 deuce.
Damn.
Yeah, Jack 10's got a gut shot.
Well, it's
Yeah.
because our opponent's jamming like 40% of range, right? They're super
And
aggressive.
And cuz we bet so much of our stack too.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
but I mean,
So at this point, we
10,
need
but
15% pot odds and our entire range except total air gets that.
Yeah.
all the overs basically calling me like king, queen, ace, jack, ace 10. Yeah. We are like, you know what? Rebuy.
Reba, table 2,
Yeah,
pocket kings.
oh, yeah, it is the rebuy.
Oh, wait, we called on the river on the Ace River?
Oh, we call,
No, we got
we're-
it in
Well,
on
the
the
turn.
turn.
Oh,
We value owned ourselves.
We
Yeah.
we plan to rebuy.
All right, 8-5-2.
see, this is why I always wonder, I'm like, dang. See, this is why live poker is
Did
different
I
than
overplay
online
it?
poker. Because online poker, you're like, oh yeah, I got it in. Live poker, you're like,
Yeah.
do you have it?
All
Bet
right,
one, bet one.
but we don't have a diamond, so I don't think we get a real bet. So I think we have a bit of a micro bet.
Also the king. I don't think, as a rule, I don't think we get to huge bet very often when the turn changes the texture and is like well represented in their range.
So is this a primarily give up, occasionally 13?
Seems reasonable. I'm giving up.
Giving up a lot? Or
Eh,
maybe do we have to not go so big? Get him to fold. I don't think he's folding a king. Maybe we are just targeting some auto folds here with this.
oh, that's reasonable too.
Yeah, it's losing money, but
Minus EV, yeah.
it's still the right idea. Right? You just don't have to go quite this big here. Because he has a bunch of stuff. He's never folding a king, he's never folding an 8.
Oh,
Yeah,
Ace,
putting a deuce.
folding a deuce. Gross. All right, we'll do one more good one.
that's me over there. I'm a station.
He's calling station.
You called me
I
with the
checked back a
fucking
pair,
deuce?
man. You expect me to fold? I checked back a pair.
So do we get some donking? We get some low freak donking here, right?
Low freak donk is this type of hand that benefits from a donk. No flush draw, no straight draw,
Yeah.
Sure.
Check.
No.
Check.
1.2%.
Yeah.
We do get to
Not quite
dunk this board. I wasn't, I wouldn't be doing it. It's a paired 8 board thing, or what?
Let's take a peek.
No.
Not really.
Oh, okay.
Just a tiny little bit.
1.4%.
All right. You know what? Here. Okay. Do we call this disrespectful 1.2 chip sizing?
I think we call one here.
Alright.
Call.
Are you kidding?
One time.
Oh, so savage. I'm out of here. Look at that raise.
the-
Savage.
Double cheeseburger.
All right. The
I wonder if we
Royale
get some leads here.
Check raise.
That's not unreasonable.
Why don't we do a savage two street bluff here?
Yeah. Yeah, we
Because
have
it's our
lots of
last
chips.
hand
Let's
and
go.
double paired. No.
Y'all are
Yeah.
psycho, man.
Check raise.
Great. Saeed's in there. Check raising like an animal.
I
Okay.
am.
10.5
That
Saeed.
that I don't think is a crazy idea, but I still wouldn't be doing it.
I'm doing 10.
So this does meet the Danny metric of having 2 overs.
Wouldn't we wanna use
Yeah.
like our gut shots here?
Maybe they're too good. Maybe they just call.
Maybe. On a double paired board, maybe.
Right? Because they can hit their straight or they can hit their pair.
Look at
So
that.
cut off. 5, 6. Check raise, check raise, check raise, check raise, check raise, check raise. All of them, yeah. Your 4s, check raise, your 8s don't check raise. So yeah, we do have lots of check raise bluffs, but part of it too is we just have all the
The
4s.
fours. Yeah.
So
We've got to balance those.
See, this one makes it easy for you. You have a bunch of gutters, you can raise them.
Uh-oh.
You don't need to find the king 3 off on this one.
Give
So,
up now. We
I
play
think
the
we,
board.
yeah, let's go for it. Continue the story.
We can.
Bet your equity all in.
all in.
Ray
what-
We're representing
bye.
the boat, right?
What
Are we
folds
really gonna
for,
go? Are we, is our
folds for
sizing anything but all in with the boat?
what folds for 25 that doesn't fold for 18?
But don't we go max greed when we have it?
Well, I don't know. Good question.
We have a lot of we have 4s here still, remember. Right?
Yeah, but a 4's still happy enough to jam, right?
Honestly, in
so.
live, if you go 18, that smells like a weakness and they call you.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think we
there we go.
shove because we're representing
Yeah.
the house.
Yeah. Also, it has a lot of betting smaller than 18 even.
A smaller makes more
Yep.
sense, I think. Yeah.
Like the big blind just has a lot of 8s and 4s in range, so it is going to split the sizing here because you're going to have both components for value. So
Well, I like to shove here because I get to lose an extra 100th of a chip.
Well,
yeah.
you're like, wah, wah, wah.
Oops.
No problem. Good work. So next week we'll do some range construction work on the big blind defending against high card boards. So make sure everyone tunes in for that one next week.